Hello. Let me ask you a few questions. Are you currently feeling truly happy? Do you have a persistent feeling that something is missing in your life, like you're not quite living the life you were meant to? Perhaps you sometimes feel life isn't fair, or that maybe it's just too late for you to really change things and build a better life. If you nodded yes to any of those, you are absolutely not alone. These feelings of being stuck, of believing it's too late, of feeling inadequate or waiting for external circumstances to change, these are common internal factors that hold many of us back. They're often based on mistaken assumptions or beliefs that aren't serving us well. But the good news is, the books we're drawing from offer powerful insights, supported by research and real-life examples that challenge these limiting factors and show us a path forward. Let's explore some of these common barriers and how we can begin to dismantle them. First, maybe you feel you're stuck or that it's too late to make a big change. This is called a dysfunctional belief and can be reframed with a powerful truth. You are never stuck because you can always generate a lot of ideas. Design thinking is explicitly presented as a way to help you build your way forward from wherever you are. It is never too late to design a life you love. The author of the book Dream Big shares that even men serving life sentences at San Quentin State Prison seem to be living freer lives than some others with endless opportunities. Brokenness, if we let it, can refine us and lead to personal freedom. Another common feeling is the pressure to find the one right idea for your life or career. This belief creates immense pressure and can lead to indecision, making you feel like you can't blow it and really need to get this right. The antidote is realizing you need a lot of ideas. Research at the Stanford Graduate School of Education found that teams that started with multiple ideas generated more ideas and better final solutions than those who focused on just one. This highlights the power of generating alternatives, like the Odyssey Plans exercise described in the book Designing Your Life, where you intentionally designed 3 different versions of your next 5 years to see the multiple possibilities within you. As the authors say, there are many versions of you, and they are all right. Perhaps you struggle with fear or avoid showing your vulnerability. Vulnerability is not weakness. The author of Daring Greatly, Brené Brown, shares her own struggles with avoiding vulnerability, even admitting to trying to outrun and outsmart vulnerability for her entire life. However, her research shows that vulnerability is actually the cradle of the emotions and experiences that we crave, such as love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, and creativity. Studies in health and social psychology are cited in the book Daring Greatly, suggesting that acknowledging vulnerability can increase positive health behaviors, and believing you are invulnerable can actually make you more vulnerable. She shares her own experience of feeling uncomfortably vulnerable and exposed after her TED Talk went viral, but ultimately finding that showing up, even imperfectly, was totally worth doing. Learning to lean into the discomfort of uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure was a painful process, but realizing that the people who truly matter are in the arena with you, fighting for you, changes everything. Vulnerability requires support. You can't do it alone. Many people also grapple with a lack of self-understanding or clarity about who they are and what they truly want. You can create a work view and life view to build a true north or compass. This process helps you see if your life is coherent, if who you are, what you believe, and what you do all line up together. This alignment increases your sense of self and leads to greater meaning and satisfaction. You are also encouraged to get under the ice cap to understand your core motivations by asking questions like, who are you, and why do you do what you do? This deep self-reflection is described as absolutely necessary for making bold moves. Comparison is a punk and a landmine that prevents you from finding your purpose. It advises getting on your page rather than seeking consensus or asking permission from everyone else. Worrying about others' opinions can keep your behavioral inhibition system active, hindering your ability to take action. Research cited in the book Build the Life You Want suggests we consistently overestimate how much others think about our failings, leading to undue inhibition and worse quality of life. Caring too much about approval makes you a prisoner. Finally, perhaps you believe your happiness is solely dependent on external circumstances or luck. The belief, I want to be happy, but my problems prevent it, is mistaken. This belief, rather than external circumstances, is often the real reason for unhappiness. Metacognition, the ability to observe your own emotions and thoughts, is introduced as a way to understand that you have a choice in how you respond to negative circumstances. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, is presented as a powerful example of someone who chose his attitude even in the most horrific conditions. You can distinguish between gravity problems you can't change and anchor problems you're stuck on. Anytime you are arguing or fighting with reality, reality will win. Instead of fighting, you find the freedom you can exercise within the reality of your situation and take action there. You deserve a life that makes sense. A life in which who you are, what you believe, and what you do all line up. A life that is full to the brim with intention and anticipation. You are not helpless against the tides of life. You have the agency to become the boss of your own life. Let's start by making a big dream and a detailed plan for your new life. Start where you are. It doesn't matter where you come from or where you think you're going. Design thinking helps you build forward from right now. Get self-aware. Ask yourself the big questions. Who are you? Where are you? Biography, not geography. What do you really want? Go under the ice cap to understand your core motivations. Challenge limiting beliefs and reframe problems. Identify the dysfunctional beliefs holding you back. Reframing allows you to see problems differently and get unstuck. Generate lots of ideas. Move past the pressure of the one right idea by brainstorming and creating multiple possibilities. Use tools like mind maps and Odyssey plans, and remember to use My OKR to imagine alternative futures. Try stuff and prototype. Bias to action is key. Conduct life design interviews to learn from others' experiences. Prototype ideas through conversations or experiences to see what resonates. Embrace vulnerability and courage. Lean into discomfort, uncertainty, and emotional exposure. Understand that vulnerability is courage, not weakness. Practice shame resilience. Learn to recognize shame, reality check its messages, reach out for support, and speak your story to disempower shame. Focus less on yourself. Shift your attention outward. Stop caring excessively about what others think of you or comparison. Research shows focusing on others can significantly increase your well-being. Manage your emotions. Use metacognition to observe your feelings without being controlled by them. Choose constructive responses and practice emotional substitution, like cultivating gratitude. Build meaningful relationships. Invest in family and friendships. Seek out people who will support you without judgment and take a genuine interest in others. You can't design your life alone. Find work that matters. Seek intrinsic rewards like earned success and service to others. Focus on finding work that feels like love made visible. Connect with the transcendent. Explore spirituality, faith, or philosophical practices to gain insight and perspective beyond the material world. This can help you focus less on yourself and more on serving a higher purpose. Expect setbacks and learn from failure. Failures and hardships are part of a well-designed life and offer important lessons. Reframe failures as growth opportunities. Failure is the raw material of success. Don't be discouraged by difficulties. Take action, even small steps. Don't wait for the perfect moment or a guaranteed outcome. Move forward with imperfect attempts. Consistency in small actions builds momentum. Become the teacher. The best way to cement what you've learned is to teach it to someone else, sharing your knowledge and your journey. You have within you everything you need to build a more well-lived, joyful life. It takes effort, practice, and courage, but the journey of building your way forward is an adventure worth taking.